What's up, everybody? So we're back out of the shop with another Shop Talk Tuesday. If you're new to this video series, what this is all about is a commentary-based type thing where I pretty much talk during the most of this video. But I talk about good info, about the channel, about things that might help y'all out with y'all's knife making journey. And then we talk about what we have working in the shop that either will be making it into the videos or won't be making it into the videos. Then we go into the viewer's knife section where I talk about a viewer's knife. I show y'all some pictures of it, tell you a little bit about it, tell you a little bit about the person, and then we go into something that I use in the shop on a daily basis that makes my life easier as a creator. Now, I only go into that part if there's something new in the shop to talk about. So let's jump into this. Let's talk about the channel thing right now. So I get a lot of people who message me and ask me to make them knives. I get a lot of people that want me to make the exact same knife as a video or the exact same knife as something that I've made in the past. I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, and I think some of y'all might agree with me, some of you might not. We'll find out. Okay, so when it comes to custom orders, I am not a full-time knife maker. I have a full-time job, most of y'all know that I work 70 hours a week, and then I do the daily vlogs after that. And most people would just work a 40-hour-a-week job and go, dang, this is a lot. I go way past that. Almost work double that each week. And when it comes to making knives that aren't video related, I don't have much time to do that. So if I was a full-time knife maker, it'd be a lot easier for me to go, yeah, sure, let me get that knocked out. But as of right now, I've got about 15 knives that I'm working on, and I just finished a bunch, so that's why I only have 15. And I'm going to talk about a few things. So whenever it comes to people who are part-time knife makers, most of them are part-time to the extent to where they might make 1 to maybe 3 or 4 knives a month. And I knock out at least 4 because I do 1 every single month. So the 4 that you see in the videos, plus filming all of it, editing all of it, I spend about 3.5 to 4 hours a day, every single day, editing videos to be able to put out daily vlogs. So you have my regular daily job plus the amount of editing that takes, plus actually making knives during that whole process. So when it comes to just making a custom knife for somebody or commissioning pieces like that, I don't really do many of them. Just because I tried that out, I took orders, and then I ended up having to close my books because I need to be able to knock those out, plus the bills that I'm doing for the videos, plus editing, plus working my full-time job and doing all that stuff. So I can't take on, 10, 15 knives a month on top of the knives that I need to do to be able to show y'all content and teach y'all things. So I know that a lot of people still want me to make knives. Still email me, because there's going to be a point in time where I'm going to actually be able to focus on those. So you might as well submit your email now, because I do go through all those. I do make a master list of people who are asking for knives and what particular things you are wanting. But when it comes to opening the books back up to be able to make some of those custom knives, it's going to be a little bit. But I want to talk about a few things because of my experience with this. So we're going to talk about taking orders. We're going to talk about getting backed up. We're going to talk about getting overwhelmed. So when it comes to taking orders for knives, make sure that if you're a newer knife maker, that you don't overdo it whenever you open your books up and decide that you're going to take orders. One of the things that I would suggest is that if someone's going to commission a knife to you, don't accept any money for it until you actually start the knife. So the last thing you want to do is have money that is in your account for something that you haven't even started yet, and you don't know if it's going to take you 3, 4, 5 weeks to actually get to it, to be able to finish it, and those people are really going to want you to finish that because they've given you money for something already. Now, I got into this, the difference between me and some people is I did mine and I did it through my PayPal so that I could just leave it there. So I accepted some down payments and some things like that for knives, and instead of putting it in my account, I put it in a place to where I cannot touch it, because if something happens and I need to refund those people that money, I want to be able to go, hey, I'm sorry, I know it's been taking forever, here's your money. I like to be able to do that. I don't want to be in a position to where I can't do that. So if I take a deposit for something like that, or you were just absolutely wanting to give me a deposit, I'll put it in there and it won't be spent on anything. Once I complete a commission knife, then I'll take money for it, however it may be, and then we'll go from there. And all the money that I take from commission knives goes straight into the channel, goes into stuff for making knives, new tools, all the stuff, maybe a new camera, things like that. It's all about the channel for stuff that I do here. Now, I just want to really hit on that, because if you're going to be taking orders, don't let yourself get to where you take that money and then you feel like this is just a job. Like you have to do this because you're accepting money for services or goods. And whenever you get to that point, it's like, it's nice to create something, and then if you make money off of it, awesome. But whenever someone is giving you money to make something, it's kind of the reverse. Whenever you get to make it, and then after it's made, you get money for it, it's one thing. And I might not be making sense to y'all, or I might be, I don't know. But it's really nice to be able to just make it on your own time, with your own freedom and everything like that, and then sell that thing. As opposed to having someone give you a bunch of, you know, things that they want, and then you have to make it, and then it's all about what they want you to do versus what you want to do. So, the next part, getting backed up. Make sure that you don't open your books up, take a whole bunch of orders without thinking about what your time frame is for each knife. You want to think about what your time frame is. You want to think about your materials, shipping materials, especially right now with the whole COVID-19 thing. You want to make sure that you are actually focused on how long it takes for shipping. I've got some knives that I'm already for the next step of those knives, but I'm just waiting for shipping. I'm waiting for them to come in. You know, stuff that I've ordered 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for those things to get here so I can progress through the rest of those knives. So that's stuff that I don't even have control of, but you know, those people are waiting for those knives. You might think, well, do something else. We've already agreed to what's going to be on those knives, so I need to go within those confines, those restrictions of what they want. So, you know, you got to think about it. Getting backed up. It's not always about you. Sometimes it's about things that you do not control. So just make sure that you're, again, thinking about timelines, thinking about how long it takes to do something, how long it takes to ship something, how long it takes to get things, and then decide what you're going to accept commission-wise. Now, next one, being overwhelmed. Don't let a part-time gig overwhelm you, especially if you're just doing this for fun. Don't get overwhelmed by this. This is a great hobby, but unless you're a full-time knife maker whose sole income is from knife making, you shouldn't be stressed out about it. So don't let yourself get stressed out. You know, there's times whenever I feel overwhelmed because I do have the job, the YouTube, the knife making, and things like that, but I think about this as a nice release on stress. You know, I get to come out here, I get to put my headphones in, and I just get to work on things. So, you know, there's times when I get overwhelmed, and then I just remember, you know what, just breathe, let it be, calm down. And this is going to get me into my last little point on this. I'll have a lot of people who see my knives and go, I want that same exact knife. I want you to replicate that same exact thing. Guys, that's awesome and all. I get it. Some of those knives are absolutely cool and beautiful. But because I do the YouTube channel and I'm not a full-time knife maker and I'm not a person that just cuts out 15 of the same exact knife, does the same exact scales, same exact everything. I don't do that. That's never been my goal. My goal has never been to create knives in bulk. My goal is to be able to use the things that I learn here to teach y'all new things. If I'm sitting there making the same exact knife every single day, I don't learn from that. I don't gain experience. I don't gain any of that. So my goal is to make new custom knives each time I make a knife. Now, there'll be times whenever I do make a knife in a set of 3. You'll see that. There'll be some times whenever I take like the scrap knives or something like that, and I'll knock those out just because, well, I have the scrap pieces and I'm going to do that. But they're not all going to be the same. I'm going to do them different. I'm going to do wraps on some of them, scales on some of them. Some of them are going to get hollow grinds. Some are going to get flat grinds. They're going to get different things because I want to practice and do new things. I am not a CNC machine. I don't have a CNC machine, and I don't plan on being a CNC machine. So whenever I'm making knives, if I'm going to commission something, it needs to be unique. It needs to be, if you want the similar shape to a knife, cool. But I'm not going to replicate the handle scales because each knife that I make, I want it to be something that is very unique. I want it to be the knife that I made for you, not the knife that I made for y'all. It needs to be a special thing that I make for somebody. That's the goal. So there you go. Not saying it's always going to happen. There's going to be times where I am going to make multiple knives, like I said, sets of 3 or things like that, but I'm never going to make 15 of the same exact knife. It's not going to happen. I don't plan on doing that ever. So hopefully y'all understand that. Now, what I want to do, because we've only got a little bit to talk about on what's happening with the channel. Y'all already know that we are working on the hunter knife right here. I'm about to start doing the bevels on this and doing some heat treating things. But I am going to do this one probably in the background. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually make this on the channel yet. This is the smaller EDC version of the one that I did called the Wanderer with the hole right here. This one will not have the hole. It's going to have a little bit smaller scaled down handle scales. But this is going to be a cool little EDC knife that I'm going to make. And the last time I made that, I made it out of different steel. But I'm probably going to use 5160 to make that one. Either 5160 or maybe 1095 or 80 CRV2. Haven't decided on that exactly yet, but I will for the next couple of days. But that's what we have working right now. Plus I have all of the commission pieces that are happening over here. A lot of those are ones that y'all have already seen me make the basic shapes of those, so those aren't going to be making it to the channel. A couple of them will be. A couple of the, like the little farrier's rasp knife, the one of the Tontos I made out of the really thick Nicholson file. That's going to be making it into videos coming up. The Tonto file is actually the next build after the hunter knife, so we have that going on. But what I want to talk about right now, viewer's knife. So this right here, Steve Seville. This is a beautiful knife. Guys, I mean, I need to do some bolsters on a knife. Now, this knife right here, 01 tool steel. He's been, for one, I'm going to start with this. Steve's been working on knives for about 9 months. And the fact that he's been doing knives for about 9 months and created this is absolutely sick. So 01 tool steel, Padauk wood. Padauk is one of my favorite woods to work with. I love that wood. We got brass bolsters. I need to do a knife with brass bolsters, and I think y'all agree with me on that. But this handle shape and everything, that is awesome. Absolutely love this. So cool thing about this was a gift for his father. Again, y'all know me, anytime you make a knife as a gift for a family member, I think it's absolutely awesome, especially a father or something like that, or you make it in memory of one of your family members. Awesome. But that knife right there, Steve, amazing job. I think y'all are going to agree with me, but tell him about it in the comment section and let him know what y'all think about the knife that he created. Again, I think it's awesome. I think y'all will agree. Now, when it comes to the thing in the shop that makes my life easier as a creator, really don't have anything new. I will talk about a few things. I am going to link the belts that I use in the comment section below if y'all are wondering about what belts I use. I know a lot of the times I tell you what grit they are, but I don't tell you what the brand is of the belts. So I'm going to go ahead, link that for y'all in the description, and that way if y'all want to go scoop up belts, y'all can. And it will not be an affiliate link. I don't have any affiliate links for any links that I post in the comment section for any of the stuff. If I ever have an affiliate link, I will tell y'all about it. But for now, that is the end of this one. Guys, if you would, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video or one of my build videos that I've done in the past that might be your favorite. And if you have not yet, which would be surprising because most people who watch these are already subscribed, bottom corner right there, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified of tomorrow's video when we actually do the bevels and everything on this guy right here. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending your time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.